a toxic relationship with a dress. It hates me. And I kind of love it. The dress in question is the Fibre Mood Suvi. I love it, and it tried to break me in 10 ways. Let me talk you through this psychological warfare that ensued. I got the pattern from the Fibre Mood magazine. Now, if you haven't seen it before, here it is. If you have seen it before, you'll know what's coming. So the beginning pages are all packed with beautiful editorial shots of all the patterns. And then you come to the pattern pages. Now, imagine if 100,000 spiders walked through some multicoloured ink and then had a dance off on some white paper. That's pretty much the experience. So it's multiple sheets and multiple patterns all printed over each other on multiple pages. So you've got to work out which pattern piece is yours, and then it's multiple sizes. Way too, because the sizes are all in centimetres, so that's really annoying. So then that involves maths, which isn't good. So obviously I got Google Translate to translate that into old money, and worked out what size I might be, you know, and of course you're never exactly the right size, but that's all right. I can grade between sizes, and that's absolutely fine. So I do that and then go over it all with a highlighter pen, which is a great tip that I picked up somewhere. But so then next step, next problem, I think we're on 3. Tracing paper. So I do kind of trace off my patterns usually, because I feel like my size might change, and I'm too tight to buy the pattern again. Also, I might want to make it for somebody else. I mean, that's really highly unlikely, but you never know, I might do. So usually what I do is I put it down on my mat, and I get some like really cheap paper underneath, whatever it might be, lining paper, wallpaper lining paper I use quite a lot, but it's a bit hard actually, but it suits me because it's cheap, and I just work with the problem. So I thought, no, I'm going to do it properly, and I'm going to go and get some tracing paper. 3 shops I had to go to. Still didn't get any bloody tracing paper. And everywhere I went, you know, I'm trying to just get it now, and I'm trying to get it in local shops. And they all just kept telling me to buy it online. Well, this is exactly what I'm trying not to do, trying to support local businesses. Can't buy any. I could get like a few little tiny sheets, but apparently tracing paper is not now a thing. So they were saying buy it online. Anyway, I ended up in our local fabric shop to me in York, which is Merton Fabrics, and I had a brainwave. I would get some iron-on Vilene because that's quite transparent. So I thought I can trace it off. It's stable. It's not gonna move. It's not like other fabric where it's gonna move. I can trace it off on that, and then I can still use the Vilene interfacing stuff later on and just cut it out for various things. So problem solved. I head back home. So I get home and I pull out the fabric. I don't know what possessed me. I don't even like really drapey viscoses. So I bought this really I like the design, I like the colours. I bought this really drapey stuff on Vinted, and it was cheap, obviously. There was some kind of bargain element to it, but it was so floaty and like just moving all over the place. So then I remembered that the tip for that is to spray it with spray starch. So I go around all the different shops again trying to buy spray starch. which apparently that's not a thing anymore either. Someone I remember had specifically said that they get theirs from Home Bargains and it's, you know, something's happening, but I couldn't find it. They didn't have it in mine. So then I end up like in a panic having to order it from the dreaded so that it will get here quickly, which I really, really, really try not to do. And I managed not to do with the tracing paper. I know there are other places to order, but you know what it's like when you've got the weekend and you're wanting to sew this thing. So I ordered it from said evil empire, and I could only order 3 bloody cans of it. So now I've got enough spray starch to last me for the rest of my life, should I decide to set up in business with a laundry, ironing men's shirts or something. So then, right, I'm winding on the bobbin with some whatever thread I can find to be something like this putrid peach. My hair looks dreadful. Anyway, and something happened that has never happened before. I'm winding the bobbin and the bobbin actually bent. This has never happened to me before. The bobbin bent. This dress and we are now completely at loggerheads. We have no respect for each other. So I got it together. Finally, it came together. I'd lengthened the sleeves a little bit. I wasn't quite sure about kind of here where they came. I wanted them a little bit longer. And I had to adjust the hips because I have absolutely no bum whatsoever, so that's no good. Oh, the dog's just having a little shake over there. Hello, Bob. And once I'd done that, I just thought, right, I've conquered the beast. I'm going to make another one. So I had a stripe fabric, just a cotton. Not going back to that viscose yet. Had a stripe, 100% cotton, small thin stripes, a remnant from Rainbow Fabrics, and so I tackled it in that. It was really good fun with the stripes because of the way the patterns cut, so that was really great. I love that. I love anything that's a play on stripes. I've got stripes on today, and do you know what? It's a really easy sew. It's such an easy sew, and I know with those Fibre Mood patterns you don't have to trace them off, and I don't think I will ever again. I will buy their patterns and I will get them printed off on the A0 paper, and I will trace them using the pinwheel tracing that I normally use. So yeah, now once I'd made it, so the peach horror was the toile. Then I made the blue stripy one, which I'll show you. And then I decided, because I tackled it, I would not only teach it a lesson, but I would show it who's boss. So it's a woven pattern, but I decided to make it out of a 4-way stretch. It's a dead stock dance fabric, and it's got bees on it, but they're not like cartoon bees. They're kind of anatomical. They almost look like flies actually, and they're kind of grey and pink, and it's really weird. Well, I'll show you, you'll see. So I made it out of that, and that came out beautifully as well, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It suits my shape. I love the way there's no fastenings to deal with. You just tie the tie, and you can leave that quite loose, or you can tie it really tight. It's just such a great dress, and it's all I can do to stop myself from sewing it multiple times. But oh my God, it took a right battle to get there. And I guess that's why sewing's important to me, because it would have been quite easy to give up and to just, you know, and fast fashion is easy. Yeah, I could have gone to a shop and bought something kind of similar, but that would have been a bit crap for, you know, probably less than I paid for the, oh no, actually these fabrics were really cheap. I got the dead stock one from a shop in Ramsgate that again, they do kind of end of rolls, that sort of thing, so that was really cheap as well, and also again great to support smaller businesses. So yeah, but I could have gone and got one, and I could have spent the rest of the time drinking cocktails, but I didn't, so it kept me out of the pub, I suppose. And it made me slow down. It made me think. it challenged my brain in a different way. And I get a brain challenge every day through my work, but this is a different sort of brain challenge. I have a desk job that involves a lot of thinking and a lot of creativity, but this is different. This is that challenge of, you know, kind of 2D pattern to 3D to 2D. I just love that whole challenge. So yeah, they're done. They're wardrobe staples. I've made them loads. I'll make them again. Winner.